and yeah, which is good. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us on this gorgeous Friday Melbourne morning. It is absolutely fabulous outside. So I do hope you are sitting outside if you can, enjoying this webinar. Firstly, welcome to the This Girl Can Get Moving in Moreland webinar with Jackie O'Dwyer. This webinar will be recorded and will be made available on council websites following the webinar. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, which is far and wide, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. My name is Tamara Mason and I'm the Female Sport Participation Officer at Moreland City Council. I think I have the best job in the world. And I'm really excited to be here presenting our second last webinar today. We've been doing a roadshow, I guess, of all these webinars across the last 3 weeks in the hope to inspire more women as part of the This Girl Can campaign. Massive thank you to Vic Health for all their support for the campaign and bringing it to Victorian women. We've had so many inspirational stories over the last 3 weeks. It actually gets me a little bit teary actually when you think that, you know, someone's watched one of these webinars and changed their behaviour and wanted to try something new. So I think that's pretty amazing. So thank you also to the other councils who have partnered with us to do this. Darebin, Manningham, Whittlesea and Yarra Rangers, you guys are amazing, and it's awesome to see some cross collaboration between the councils. So as a member of the audience today, you guys are on mute. We can't hear you, we can't see you. So like I said, kick back and relax, but feel free to throw some comments into the chat function down the bottom. And we also do have the Q&A section there. So if you've got a question for Jackie or for any of the other panelists across the day, then yeah, please feel free to use the Q&A and we'll do our best to get back to you at the end of the webinar or yeah, via email later on if we need to. So today, Jackie O'Dwyer, Jackie's the Centre Manager at Brunswick Bars here in Moreland, and we're so excited that she's here today to share some ideas and some opportunities, some local opportunities for women in Moreland. We are so blessed to have so many beautiful creeks and paths and ovals and sports facilities and leisure centres here in Moreland, and Jackie's going to tell us all about it. So welcome, Jackie. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. What an introduction. I'm not used to being introduced with so many other amazing things within Moreland. So I'm usually just leisure centres. So thanks, Tamara. So today's webinar, as you mentioned, we're just going to scratch the surface of the offerings that Moreland has for women to be active, to remain active, or to become active for the first time. So during this webinar, I'm going to include everything in Moreland. So things from our leisure centres, outdoor gyms, walking tracks, sporting club programs, to really anything that you can get your hands on that might be free for you to participate in. So I want to start with the leisure centres because that's my bread and butter. That's what I know. So feel free to jump in and ask questions, as Tamara mentioned, because I'm happy to help wherever I can. In Moreland, we're really lucky to have a council that invests so heavily in its leisure centres, and Moreland has 6 aquatic and leisure facilities across its municipality, which is a huge amount. I think it may even be the largest within one municipality. So they range from Brunswick Bars, which is a year-round facility, Coburg Leisure Centre, again a year-round indoor facility, Faulkner Leisure Centre, Oak Park Sports and Aquatic Centre, Coburg Olympic Swimming Pool and Pascoe Outdoor Pool. So each of these facilities is designed to specifically support the community that it is in, so in its own unique way. So we do understand that women have differing time constraints. Some come straight from work to the gym, others might have more time during the day. So we want to ensure that each of those leisure centres has different needs that can cater for everyone. So some good stuff now. Our leisure centres have so many offerings for women, ranging from indoor or outdoor pools, group fitness classes where you can bring a friend along and work out together for all abilities and levels of fitness. Our swimming lessons range from 6 months of age, so you can bring your bubs down, right through to adult beginners or squad classes. If you are a keen swimmer and would like some technique support, then certainly we have that as well. Our health clubs, and then also open leisure spaces. So they do have some wonderful green spaces out at some of our outdoor pools where you can bring the family down for the whole day, get a swim in, which is kind of some incidental exercise with the kids, and then have a picnic on the park. So something I do want to address is that we do acknowledge that coming to a gym or pool environment for the very first time can be really daunting. We know that twice as many women than men put off getting active because they're worried about what other people think. Not what they think or feel, what others think of them. So what we've done is we've put some things in place to ensure that it's easier for women to support getting active. So in our Moreland centres, all our staff have gone through inclusion training. So this training has supported our team to address people by name, if they know them, and not by gender. So a simple hello, how are you, rather than hi guys, makes all the difference. So our LGBTIQ plus community are a massive part of our Moreland community as well. So we want to ensure that all people, including women, are part of that group and they feel supported when they arrive right at the front desk. The other thing we've done is our initial consultation in the gym. So this is where we will pair a trainer with you based on your goals before you've even come in. So if you have something that you want to achieve in particular, we'll pair a trainer that has specific skills to be able to support you in your journey. We do understand that every female doesn't always want to lose weight and that not everyone wants to swim, because I can assure you, I don't always want to get in the pool because my hair gets wet and it's just too much effort. So the gym is sometimes an easier place to go. So the other thing that I thought was a really surprising stat is that our staff base is over 50% female. So no doubt during the time that you're here, you will bypass more females than you would have thought of. And that also our membership splits at all our centres is more than 50% female. So we are the majority when you come to our leisure centres, which surprised me and I'm sure is quite a surprising stat for everyone else. So to be a little bit more specific now, so our classes and programs, the things that we have done that are specifically designed for women in our centres. So we do run pre and postnatal classes during our business hours, and these classes are run either in our gym or they can also be run in our functional training spaces as well. So this allows women to continue their fitness journey or to begin their fitness journey through their pregnancy and also after their pregnancy, and this is always with a female trainer. Some other things that we've done is we've worked closely with the Moreland maternal child health nurses. So they have been a fantastic network for our leisure centres, given that obviously there's a natural link between new bubs and swimming lessons. So we actually offer an aquasensory class that is specific for mothers groups to begin their pool journey together. And that way, we understand that this might be your baby's first experience in a pool. And if you're not familiar with a pool environment, that can be really daunting. So this is a great way for you as a group together. You know each other, you know your bubs. It's a fun environment that you can come down to the pool together and run a class, an aquasensory class, which is a great way for kids to be introduced to the water environment in a pool, because it is quite different to a bath environment. It's quite a large body of water in comparison to a bath. Some other things that we've done is our youth membership. So we do have youth memberships across all our facilities for students and young women to start their exercise journey. And it just means that it's a safe, controlled environment where you know that either yourself or your kids are in an environment that there is always a staff member there to support them if they need anything. Group fitness. So group fitness classes are such a wonderful way for you to work out with a friend, and you get to choose your intensity during the class. So if you want to do a body pump high intensity class together, you can, or you could choose to do a yoga or a meditation class. I guess there's an endless range between what you would like to do. You could chuck in some boxing classes in there as well. So we do also have older adult exercise classes as well, both in the aquatic environment and also dry programming as well. So we do have a lot of programs that range, whether it be recovering from heart conditions or just general tightness in a body in an older adult. There's lots of different classes on offer. Another really exciting one is Faulkner Leisure Centre's Women's Only Swim program. So this includes allocated times where you can come in and know that the full staff base is going to be female and that everyone else in the pool is female as well. you can also book in for a swimming lesson during that time. So if you're not comfortable to be in a pool environment by yourself, or during our business hours, you can actually come down, book your kids in for a swimming lesson at Faulkner and know that everyone in there will be female. So they are also looking, just a hot tip, is that they're also looking at running a female-only gym session. So keep an eye out on that. I'm sure it will be all over our socials and the website once we do launch that, but they are certainly looking at launching that soon. Brunswick Baths. So we run a Ladies Who Lift program, which is a small group training class that supports women who are just starting out their exercise journey, who know that lifting in the gym, so that weight section in the gym, can be really quite daunting. Everyone knows how to turn on a treadmill, but not necessarily how to load up a barbell. So this class empowers you to share the knowledge from a trainer to, I guess, support your ongoing training in the gym environment with all ladies. So this program has been wildly successful at Brunswick, and we do it on an ongoing regular basis. So we are very excited to continue that program into the future. The other thing is that we are also very excited to announce today that we have installed an outdoor training gym at Brunswick. So we will be running outdoor classes in an environment to encourage people to utilise those gyms in parks. So we'll have body weight exercises, we'll have bands that you could bring with you to the park as well, but it'll be with one of our trainers to begin with. So they can give you a program that you can then take away and go to the parks and I guess regularly exercise on your own or in a group of friends as well. So I do want to acknowledge that COVID-19 has significantly impacted our aquatic and leisure facilities. However, we know that a membership is always going to be the best way for you to support ongoing and regular exercise. So we do have a wide range of options for you, and please don't hesitate to obviously let us know, and we can help you out with the one that might work best for you. So I thought I'd use this opportunity before I jump into those amazing parks and open spaces to show you the Active Moreland website and to demonstrate how you can book in currently into our leisure centres. So any of the open leisure centres, you can book in swimming lessons, or you can book in the gym, personal training, whatever it is that you might want to jump into. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second. And I will look sideways because it is on my second screen, sorry. So this is our Active Moreland website, and we've tried to refine it so that the top banner here is really simple to try and find what you're after. There is always a search function, but the best way to find out what you're after is usually one of these banners across the top here. So we're on the home page at the moment, and we know that booking into our aquatic and leisure facilities is very important at the moment. So we've put that book now button right at the front, right at the top. So you can see here our swimming lessons COVID-19 program, which is a pay-as-you-go program. So if you're only available for next Saturday and you want to get your kids into swimming lessons before you go away on holidays, you can book in 1 week and pay for 1 lesson. Or you could decide that you want to get the kids immediately better at swimming lessons, and I want to give them every single afternoon to wear them out so that they will sleep perfectly when they're home with you. You can book them in every single evening. So that's on this one here. If I go to the Book Now button for the aquatic and leisure facilities, you'll see each of the facilities that is currently open has their own tab. So for example, if you wanted to book in at Brunswick Baths, you would select Brunswick Baths and then hit Book Now. What pops up next is every option that we currently have. So you can select here our outdoor pool and splash pad, our indoor pool and aqua play, group fitness, or the gym. And you can select any of the options if you're a member, if you hold a multi-visit pass with us, or if you're casual. So there's plenty of options for you to have a look at. Just going to get out of that one for you now. If you're after group fitness classes, so if you'd like to go to the group fitness timetable, you can have a look at what classes are on before you book, and that way you can see and know exactly what class you would like to join in on. So I'm going to stop sharing now, jump back over. Okay, the other amazing thing that we have on our website is a virtual tour. So if it is really daunting for you to come down to the gym environment and you've never been to a pool or gym environment before, you can actually go into the About Us section click on the centre, and there's a massive tab that says virtual tour. So you can then zoom around the facility, over the pool, into the gym. You can go upstairs into group fitness without anybody else there. You can do it on the couch in your pajamas if you would like to. So it's just a way for you to familiarise yourself with the centre before you've even come in. So you can even, if you would like, to read our terms and conditions of entry when you come in. It's that clear that you can see everything when you walk into the facility. So for a change in scenery, so Moreland has a huge range of amazing open spaces that include Coburg Lake, Merry Creek Trails, and parks literally almost around every corner. If you zoom out on Google Maps, you will see so many amazing green spaces. So again, on the Active Moreland website, they have a really great section under sport that lets you know exactly where you can find the walking tracks or trails. I jumped on there, and it includes guide maps as well. So you can find the best picnic spots for you and your friends to do a long walk and then stop and have a picnic at Coburg Lake if you would like to. So I guess the incidental exercise when you're just wandering with friends around these open spaces means that you're going to clock up those 10,000 steps in, I would assume, a minute. So I guess in our open spaces are our sporting clubs. So we have so many opportunities for women to participate in sports. And if you jumped in nice and early, you will have heard Grace chatting about her recent experience with some new sports, which is wonderful to hear. So we've got soccer, cricket, baseball, netball, lawn bowls, tennis, and that is literally just to name a few of them. So I thought I'd highlight some of the great opportunities for participation within Moreland. So the athletics club in Coburg that runs Little Athletics, they also have Coburg Harriers, which is a running group. They always support our fun runs, so they're always there. They're so super organised and friendly, which is great. And it is such a wonderful activity for you and your family to participate in, is to learn to run together. The other opportunity is for online bookings is tennis courts. So at the moment, you can jump into the sports section and you can find tennis as an option, and you can book a court with a friend online. So you literally book a court, pay for it online, you get a PIN number, you head to the gate, punch the PIN in, and you're in. So it's super easy for you to go down there for a casual hit. If you don't want to have a program specifically, you can just go down there and have a hit. The other thing is our ovals and parks. So you can just go grab a ball, have a game of cricket together, or you can bring the dog along and just, as Tamara did also, go for a bit of a jog around the ovals or parks. The other thing I thought I'd touch on is stadiums and community halls. So we have so many differing sports and activities within those spaces that you can also hire if you're a community group wishing to run some activities. So if you had a group of friends and you wanted to run a casual futsal class together, you absolutely can hire those spaces out, or you can come to any of the already programs that are available there for you. The bike paths. So again, in that same section, you can see that the bike paths are a great way for you to explore, mind you, quicker than walking, in Moreland, and they have some amazing paths that you can see the maps on there already, so it's there for you. So there are over 50 sporting grounds scattered around Moreland, and you can see each and every one of them on the website, which is phenomenal. So in that section under sport, you can actually find your local area. So if you're in Coburg, for example, you can jump on there, click on the Coburg area and find all of the sporting grounds within your municipality or your small area there. And you can do that for any of them. So if you've got friends that are in Brunswick and others that are in Faulkner and you want to meet in the middle, you would select Coburg and you can find some spots that you can head down and use those sporting grounds. So Council also offers some amazing outdoor gym equipment. So as I talked about earlier, it would be wonderful if you had a program that you could use on them. Sometimes I head down to them and I'm sort of do one or two things and I'm not sure what else I can do there. So come in, get that program, and they can do a wide range of body exercises that you can take away and then practice in a group of friends together in that outdoor gym equipment. The other thing is that there are walking circuits for you and the kids. You can use the park search, the local park search function on the website as well, and you can find over 100 park pages. There's photos on there as well, because I know sometimes you're never sure how many trees are there, or how good the walk's going to be. So you can literally preview before you visit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm just going to jump in to that sports section. So you can see here, if I go to sport, there is some tabs along here, but if I go to sporting grounds and facilities, there's Medi here, it's one of our Brunswick staff members. If you keep scrolling down, you can see all of the different options that are on there: athletics tracks, sporting grounds, as I mentioned, the stadiums and community halls, and there's that outdoor gym equipment. If I jump on those walking tracks and bike paths, as I mentioned, you can see some really picturesque images before you head down there. So you know exactly what you're in for, particularly like myself, if I have to pack with my little 1-year-old, I know I'm going to have to pack 400 things. How far am I going to be walking? Do I need to bring a pram? Should I take the bike instead? This will give you all that information. You'll be able to see exactly what paths are there. Is it off-road? Is it on-road? Is it a great path for a bike or not? And as I mentioned, the Mary Creek Trail, it travels quite literally the entire way through Moreland. So by all means, you could probably do week by week by week and still not have done the same section of the trail. It's wonderful to be able to do that 21K long creek trail. So that's pretty much everything from me. Tamara, if you're happy, we can jump to some questions or...
Yep, absolutely. Jackie, that's awesome. Thank you. It's funny actually when you start looking in, and I guess I drive past it every day, and you drive around Moreland and you don't realise how many different opportunities there are to get active and to try something.
Exercise, yeah, it's always interesting. Yes, there's the gyms, and yeah, there's the pools, but you forget that you can do a 21K walk. I mean, you don't have to, you can do parts of it just around the corner, equally as easy. So it's wonderful that there's so many options.
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool. It's amazing. So we do have some questions here. We know that women have a fear of being judged when they get active. How do the leisure centres go about making girls and women feel really welcome and supported, right from, I guess, when they view the website to when they set foot in the door to when they finally decide to have a crack at a class?
Yeah, it's a great question. And when they walk in, as I mentioned, we're going to really ensure that we've got that 50-50 split of male and female staff on at all times. So it means that if you're more comfortable speaking with another female, then you can go up and speak to that individual person if you would like to. But our website as well, even just from that homepage, they're our staff, they're our people that are in those images. So you can see that there's a wide, diverse range of people who will come in and out, and our staff as well. So I guess from the very start of their journey, we want to make sure that when they're on the website, they feel comfortable. They are local people in there. They may even see a face that was on the website when they come into the facility, which is always comforting, I know, for me personally. The other thing you can do is you can book a time. So if you're not sure when you come in, is it going to be really busy? Is there lots of people around? Is it going to be just too overwhelming for me to come in at that point in time? You can book a time, and that way the person who's at reception specifically knows your name. They already know why you're there, and that way they can support your journey from the very beginning. So we would encourage you to click on the About Us, jump into Brunswick Bars. There's a section that says book a callback, and that person can have a genuine conversation with you over the phone about your journey. And then they can, I guess, build your membership or build your journey around that. So as I mentioned also, the initial consultation in gyms. So we do encourage that initial consultation is for you. It's not for us, it's not a checkbox for us. We do it to support your journey when you come in. And if you prefer a female or if you prefer a male, you can choose the trainer. So you can look at the profiles of our trainers. You go, oh, she's specially trained in pre and postnatal and I'm returning to exercise after having a child. She's someone I want to speak to. And so they will have programs and services specifically for you to be able to support your journey.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's amazing that to hear that, I guess, because you read it on a website and you look at the names and people go, oh, I'm not really sure. But yeah, when you hear someone say it, I guess it makes, I don't know, it just gives you another level of confidence to go and give it a crack.
Have a go,
And actually, to try it, which I think is really cool.
And like, I think there's always that perception that gyms are, you're locked in, once you come in, that's it. There are casual options. Like right now, the book online is a one-off option. You can do 5 visit passes. You could do 10 visit passes. There's so many options when you come in. And it really is just about breaking that barrier to come in. Like, we want to share the information. We're here to support every person or every woman that decides to come in and start that journey. And I know that just getting inside is sometimes the biggest barrier before you get started.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. And they look daunting, and there's this perception out there that they're all very fit people before they walk in there. And they come out looking amazing, but yeah, it's certainly not like that.
No.
I guess the other question I have is, what do I wear? Like it's taken me a really long time to feel comfortable wearing leggings to run in, and I make sure I always had a baggy t-shirt when I ran, really good sports bra, because we know that's important. And I shouted myself some new runners because I love my feet, and God, they look good and they feel good. But when I come to a gym, what should I be worried about wearing when I want to join?
Yeah, another great question. So I would encourage you to feel comfortable, as long as it is athletic style wear. So if that's a baggy t-shirt with a great bra underneath it and some leggings and some runners, then wonderful. As long as you are comfortable, there is no need for you to wear a tight t-shirt with no arms on it. If you don't feel comfortable with your arms being out, don't. Wear a long sleeve if you want to. Obviously worry about how hot you're going to get when you're in there. They are very well air conditioned areas though, and you can stop and slow down if you need to. So we would encourage you to wear what you are comfortable in, what you would normally wear out for a long walk. As long as, yes, as you mentioned, you have a supportive bra is probably the most important thing underneath any piece of equipment, any piece of exercise gear that you have, because obviously they are the most important asset to support during exercise, because it can be quite painful, and you don't want that experience, that very first experience, to be painful. So yeah, anything like avoid jewelry, avoid anything extra on you, but yeah, a simple item of clothing. We do encourage you to bring a towel and drink bottle. They're the only 2 things that you need to bring with you. Everything else, that's up to you. Yeah.
So if I forget one of those,
we have
you have them? Yeah, excellent. Yeah, that's really cool.
So you can either purchase them, or we have ones that we reuse. So we get them washed and then they come back the next day. So even if you don't have your wallet on you because you've come to the gym without your keys and everything, yeah, we have that option as well.
Yeah, awesome. Now I'm going to get to a question from Kylie here. She's just started at Brunswick Bars, absolutely loving it. Can you advise if you look to retain the online class and lane booking system for longer? She's loved being guaranteed a spot without having to take a gamble if there'll be a spot available.
It is it's a hot, contentious offer, I guess. We love it. We love knowing exactly how many people we're going to have coming into the facility. We do also want people to be able to feel like they can just walk in off the street though. You've grabbed all your stuff, you've chucked the kids in the car, and we do want you to also be able to come in just casually, and I guess you've made the decision as well. We don't want it to always be fully booked out before you even get there. So we're hoping for an even split. For example, our classes, they have a set number anyway. So like a body pump class, we know that in future, outside of COVID, we're able to have 40 people in those classes. There is no reason why we couldn't hold, 35 of those spots online and have 5 for incidental walk-ins. So We're always going to hope that we have some kind of a level of split. We know that adults sometimes struggle with being able to book online. So we need to have that split, that level of options. But yes, we have loved the online booking also. Everything's done in advance. It holds people accountable too. I had a swim booking, I booked a week in advance, got to the swim booking, I got the notification to say, don't forget to come. And I was like, oh yeah, I should go to that. I've prepaid, I should go to that. So it does hold you accountable to your own booking. So we know it's a great system. So yes, we're hoping for some kind of level of split between both.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I think that that's a really good option. And online booking is life changing, and maybe COVID has encouraged us to
Has
do a bit more
helped
of that.
us.
So
Yes.
it's helped us. Yes. We're almost done. There's one more question here. We know that 64% of women that are inactive, that what they want to get active. Why is exploring their local neighbourhood a great way to do that? Perhaps before they take that step into a leisure centre or a gym. Why is that a great way to get out and get active?
As I've mentioned, that incidental exercise is the best way to start. You get so fit from doing the Christmas shopping for like 3 hours, just wandering around the supermarket or shopping centre. And it's exactly the same with the parks. You get that outdoor, the sun exposure, you've got obviously fresh, clean air, you're outside, but all of a sudden you've done 5Ks without even realising that you've walked 5Ks. That in transition into a gym, to walk 5Ks on a treadmill, you've already done it. Your body knows how to do it. You're prepared. So when you go into that gym environment, it doesn't feel any different. And in fact, I would argue that the gym is easier because there is no trajectory issues. It's no hills to walk up all of a sudden. So yeah, it's that easy transition step where you are out in the open, you can get a group together, and as I mentioned, you could go for a walk and then sit for a picnic, because by all means, Coburg Lake is magnificent to stop in little grass spots under a tree and then get up and do another walk, which is great.
Awesome. I agree. I think there's so many great assets of Moreland, where we're very lucky to live and work in a municipality that's got so many open spaces and leisure options. Yeah, for women, families as well. So Jackie, thank you. This has been amazing. I certainly feel like there's a couple of comments in the chat and some questions that people are certainly interested in what opportunities there are. And I really hope we hear more stories like Kylie's out there. Thank you, Jackie. That was amazing. We've got a really quick poll. We've got a really quick poll to run, which is hopefully up on your screen now, just to get some feedback from this session for you. That would be amazing. So if you could, there's only 3 questions. If you could click one of the answers, that would be great. And then we can announce some winners, which is exciting. That's one of my favorite parts of the webinars, which is cool. And telling people, yeah, whether they've won something or not, which is kind of cool. All right, so we're nearly there. It's kind of good. One more. So I am really excited. Let me get my information correct before I go and say something that I shouldn't. We're really excited today to announce that everyone that's on this webinar is going to get a free pass to the gyms or the leisure centres in Moreland. So we will send you out an email with details as to how you can access that free pass online. Jack, do you want us to explain what you can use it for?
Yeah, so it could be used for anything within our centre. So it'll be a one-off session. So whether that you choose to use the pool, whether you choose to use the gym, or whether you choose to use a class, it won't matter. Each one of those will be your choice. So you could choose to use a swim or a class. It's up to you. But at any of the leisure centres that are currently open, obviously, if they're not open yet, we can't offer it there. But for example, even Coburg Olympic swimming pool, it's a warm day today. I'm sure there'll be many more warm days to come. If you chose that pool to swim at, we can obviously pop that in there as well.
Yeah, awesome. No, that's excellent. Thank you. It's really exciting. So congratulations, you get to that. And the winner of the Fitbit today is Joe H. So congratulations, Joe. We will be in touch with you after today. Congratulations. You've now got an extra little bit of motivation on your wrist to count your steps. So congratulations. Once again, massive thank you to everyone who came and joined us today. We've got one more webinar to go at 12 o'clock today. So if you're interested, jump onto the This Girl Can Facebook page and you'll find the event there if you haven't registered already. It's the last one out of our 15 series of webinars. So yeah, pretty excited. And thank you once again. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, everyone, and enjoy your weekends.